I never crossed another line, never held a stranger's hand. I wore your name like honesty, thought that made me a better man. But love was more than loyalty, more than staying physically true. I was there in body, not in heart, and I'm guilty of that with you. I thought not leaving was enough, thought silence couldn't do you harm. Didn't know neglect could bruise, just like breaking someone's trust. I never cheated, that's my defense, but I still failed you in the end. I missed the moments that mattered most, while standing right there I was absent. You needed presence, not promises kept. You needed me when you fell apart. I never cheated, I just wasn't there when it mattered to your heart. You cried beside me in the dark while I stared into my phone. You fought battles I never saw, because I thought you'd be fine alone. I showed up late to your breaking points, early to my own escape. I didn't leave, but I didn't stay, in all the ways you needed me. I thought love was something passive, just don't lie, just don't betray. Didn't know it needed action every single fragile day. I never cheated, that's my defense, but it doesn't make me innocent. I missed the moments that mattered most, called it trust, but it was absence. You needed arms, not alibis. You needed me to play my part. I never cheated, I just wasn't there when it mattered to your heart. Faithful doesn't mean present, honest doesn't mean aware. I was proud of being good enough while you were lonely right here. You stopped asking, stopped explaining, stopped hoping I'd finally see. By the time I felt your distance, you were already free of me. I never cheated, I never ran, but I still let you fall apart. I guarded lines I never crossed while losing you by missing my part. Now I'm faithful to the memory of the love I couldn't start. I never cheated, I just wasn't there when it mattered to your heart. If love is measured by showing up, then I failed you from the start. I kept my word, but lost your trust by not being where you are. She sat right next to me at midnight, but miles away inside her head. I thought being there was enough, didn't hear the words she never said. She learned to cry without a sound, so I wouldn't feel the blame. I called it peace, she called it empty. We were not calling it the same. She didn't leave from lack of love, she left from feeling alone. I was her home in name only, a place couldn't call home. She left because loving me felt lonely, like shouting into closed doors. I was present but not open, I was close but never yours. She needed arms, not walls, someone to hear her heart. She left because loving me felt lonely, and I played the loneliest part. I watched her fade in small degrees, called it space, called it time. She was disappearing slowly, while I told her she was fine. She stopped asking for attention, stopped fighting to be seen. I thought that meant we were okay, didn't know it meant she was leaving. I mistook her silence for strength, thought she learned to compromise. Didn't know she was learning how to say goodbye. She left because loving me felt lonely, like holding on alone. I made love feel like a solo act in a story meant for two souls. She didn't want perfection, she just wanted my heart. She left because loving me felt lonely, and I was too far apart. If I could hear her now, I'd answer every cry. I'd sit inside the discomfort, not run, not hide. But she doesn't need apologies from a man who'll finally see. She needed presence back then, not regret wrapped in poetry. She left because loving me felt lonely, and now I know the truth. I was her hardest silence, her most exhausting proof. She found herself in leaving, I lost her staying the same. She left because loving me felt lonely, and I'm the one to blame. If love is making someone feel less alone, I failed her every day. She left because loving me felt lonely, and I finally know why. I thought love was something quiet, something that didn't need to be said. I thought time would always wait for me, like you waited by my bed. You smiled through all my silence, carried words I should have shared. I was sure you'd still be standing, I never saw you getting tired there. I mistook your patience for forever, thought your heart was built to stay. I didn't hear the cracks in your voice every time you asked me to change. I loved you deeply, I just loved you late. I loved you deeply, I just loved you late. I learned your value when you walked away. Now the house still knows your name, but you don't answer when I pray. You stopped waiting, I stayed the same. I loved you deeply, too late. I remember all the moments you needed more than what I gave. I chose comfort over courage, chose my pride over your pain. You were begging me with whispers while I slept through every sign. I was rich with your devotion, but too poor to give you mine. You were fighting for our future, I was busy killing time. Now I'm learning what it costs to treat love like it won't decline. I loved you deeply, I just loved you late. I learned your value when you walked away. Now your side of the bed is cold, and the silence screams your name. You stop waiting, I stayed the same. I loved you deeply, too late. If regret could turn back hours, I'd say every word I say. I'd hold you when you needed it. Now when it's already too late, you didn't leave without a warning. You just stopped breaking for me, and now I'm haunted by the man you begged so hard for me to be. I loved you deeply, but I showed it wrong. I waited till your strength was gone. Now I talk to ghosts of us in the places we once stayed. You stopped waiting, found your way. I loved you deeply, too late. If loving you is learning pain, then this lesson's here to stay. You stop waiting, and I finally learned what love was worth the day you walked away. It was the fact you let me stoop just to keep her standing still. I called her too emotional, but she was begging me to feel. She tried to love me through my silence, tried to heal what I ignored. But love shouldn't feel like more, and I was always asking for more. Every promise felt like pressure, every truth I couldn't face. I made chaos feel like home, while she was searching for a safer place. She chose things over me, chose quiet over a fight. Now I sing with all the echoes to the words I couldn't lay right. She laid her weapons down when I want him for mine away. She chose peace over me, and now the noise is here to stay. She stopped raising her voice, she stopped believing in mine. I thought her calm and victory, didn't know it was a good night. I kept calling and working through it while she was learning how to leave. She didn't give up on love, she just gave up on me. I mistook her silence for surrender, never saw her cracking line. She was too chose peace over me. And I'm left with what remains. I was loud with my excuses, quiet with my apologies. I thought love meant winning fights, stop protecting her sleep. Now I replay every moment where I could've let her rest. She didn't leave to hurt me, she left to save herself. She chose peace over me, and I hear it every night. In the silence of the mornings, in the absence of her lies, she found calm, I found regret, and a mess I chose to keep. She chose peace over me. Now I live with the noise of me. If love is meant to feel like home, I was the sound she had to flee. She chose peace over me, and I finally understand why it couldn't be me. She asked me for my attention, not diamonds, not a grand display, just to show up when it was heavy, just to choose her every day. I told her give me a little time, like love was something I could pause. She was drowning in the waiting, while I was stalling every cause. I thought tomorrow was a promise, thought forever had some slack. Didn't know love keeps the clock and it never circles back. She begged for effort, I begged for time. I said I'm trying, she said I'm tired. She was asking for a reason to stay, I was asking her to wait. Now the silence is my answer and the door's already closed. She begged for effort, I begged for time, and time ran out on us both. She fought for all the small things I said didn't really matter, but love is built in moments I kept letting scatter. I thought words would fix the damage, thought intentions were enough. Didn't see her losing hope every time I called her bluff. I confused delay with progress, caught my fear working it through. She was counting every tear while I said I'll get there soon. She begged for effort, I begged for time. I promised change, but stayed behind. She was pleading for presence, I was hiding in excuses. Now I'm holding all the reasons she finally let go. She begged for effort, I begged for time, and time ran out before I showed. I would give up all my tomorrows just to fix one yesterday. I'd show her love in all the ways I kept saving for someday, but someday never showed up, and neither did I, it's true. She didn't stop loving me, she just stopped waiting for me to. She begged forever, I begged for time. I watched her hope slowly decline. She needed action, not delay. I needed comfort and okay. Now the clock won't stop reminding me of the chances I just blew. She begged forever, I begged for time, and time ran out, now she's gone. Love is something you do not say, then I learned it far too late. She begged forever, I begged for time. Now all I have is yesterday.
I learned how to listen in the quiet after your voice was gone. Learned how to stay when it got hate, but I practiced alone. I fixed the parts you used to beg for, changed the ways I made you cry. Funny how I found my courage when there was no one left to try. You were teaching me in real time, I was learning way too slow. Every lesson hit me harder the day you finally let go. I became everything you wanted after you stopped needing me. I grew into the man you asked for in a life you'll never see. I speak the words you waited for to an empty space, and I became everything you wanted after you said goodbye. I show up early to the moments I used to show up late. I don't run when love gets fragile. I don't choose pride over fate. I protect the peace you wanted. I don't raise my voice in fear. I learned how not to lose someone by losing you right here. I thought change could wait forever, thought love would understand. Didn't know it had an ending that I'd never get again. I became everything you wanted after you stopped needing me. I finally learned commitment in your memory. I'd give back every improvement just to rewind time. I became everything you wanted when I ran out of try. If timing wasn't so cruel, if growth didn't come with pain, I'd be standing in your doorway, not singing you away. But you don't need this version of the man I learned to be. You needed him back then when you were still choosing me. I became everything you wanted, but I missed my only chance. Now you love yourself in peace, and I love you from a distance. I wear your lessons like a scar.
And I'll live as your apology for the man you couldn't see. She didn't make a scene when she left, didn't slam doors or say goodbye. She folded love into a suitcase and took the calm part of our life. No long messages at midnight, no last fight to justify. She just stopped needing my name and learned to breathe without asking why. I thought silence meant she'd come back, thought distance was a fate, didn't know quiet could be final, didn't know peace could walk away. She moved on quietly, like we were never loud, while every little memory still screams inside my house. She found healing in the stillness, I found echoes I can't outrun. She moved on quietly while I'm stuck in what we were. She smiles now in photos I avoid, wears peace like it's brand new. Still talking to the shadows, still rehearsing things I never do. She stopped checking if I noticed, stopped waiting for regret. I'm still counting all the moments I can't seem to forget. She closed the chapter gently, didn't need to tear the page. I'm rereading every sentence like it might somehow change. She moved on quietly, found calm I never knew, while I'm drowning in the noise of loving someone who's through. She doesn't miss the chaos, she doesn't miss the pain. She moved on quietly and I stayed the same. I wish she'd left a scar I could point to, something loud I could blame, but she healed without hurting me, and that hurts me the same. Her absence doesn't shout, it just lingers in my chest. She didn't take the memory, she just left me with the rest. She moved on quietly, like a song fading out, while every part of me still hears her in the sound. She chose peace, I chose the past. She chose now, I chose then. She moved on quietly and I'm still where we've been. If love is learning how to let go, then I'm still in my first try. She moved on quietly and I'm still saying goodbye. I thought love was staying comfortable, keeping feelings in their place. I thought showing up meant being near, not reading what you couldn't say. You were teaching me in moments, I was learning in mistakes. Every time you reached for me, I turned fear into delay. You spoke in quiet honesty, I answered late, I answered wrong. I didn't know love had a language, I was fluent in moving on. I learned how to love by losing you, by watching what I failed to do. I found the courage I never showed when there was no one left to prove. Now every lesson has your name, every truth cuts straight through. I learned how to love by losing you. I see your fingerprints on me, and everything I've changed. I hold doors open for the feelings I once treated like a fate. I stay when it gets uncomfortable. I don't run from the truth. I learned how to be everything, but I learned it too late for you. I thought time was on my side, thought love would always wait. Didn't know it had an ending, didn't know I'd seal my fate. I learned how to love by losing you, by breaking hearts, including mine. I found a man I could have been if I had listened in time. Now I'm faithful to the memory of a love I couldn't keep. I learned how to love by losing you, and it still hurts every time I breathe. If pain is just a teacher, then you were every test. I failed you in the moments that mattered more than the rest. I give back every lesson, every way I finally grew. If it meant unlearning life just to have one more day with you. I learned how to love by losing you, but loving you was the cause. Now I carry all this growth, this proof of what I lost. You were my unfinished prayer, my almost, my truth. I learned how to love by losing you. If loving someone means changing, then I hope you never knew that the best part of me was born the day I lost you. The day I lost you.
I saw it in the way you laughed, like something didn't land the same. Your eyes stay bright for everyone else, but dimmed when you said my name. I told myself it was just a phase, that love just changes shape. I watched the light go quietly, and still I chose to wait. You stopped dancing in the kitchen, stopped singing in the car. I caught it growing older, didn't know we'd grown apart. I watched your smile fade slowly, long before you walked away. It left in small, unnoticed ways I should have fought for every day. By the time your bags were packed, the goodbye had already been said. I watched your smile fade slowly, and I did nothing till the end. You tried to meet me halfway, while I stood where I was. You kept lowering your voice, while I kept raising my walls. You were grieving us in advance, while I was still asleep. You learned how to let me go before I learned how to keep. You stopped asking me to change, stopped hoping I would try.
calm and comfort. Didn't know it meant goodbye. I watched your smile fade slowly like a photograph left in the sun. You were leaving piece by piece before I knew that you were done. Now I replay every moment where your eyes beg me to see. I watched your smile fade slowly, and now it's haunting me. If I could freeze 1 second, I'd choose the day you still believe. I'd hold you like you mattered, not like you never leave. But you don't rewind a heart once it learns how to close. You don't save a love after it's already gone. I watched your smile fade slowly, and I stayed the same. You chose peace, I chose comfort. Now I carry all the blame. You didn't leave without warning, I just ignored every sign. I watched your smile fade slowly, and I ran out of time. If love is seeing someone hurting and choosing not to turn away, then this is my confession. I look and let you fade.
I saw it in the corners of your eyes, a shadow where the light used to be. You laughed but not like you used to. I kept pretending you were happy with me. Every little joke felt quiet, every glance slipped through my hands. I thought we had more time, but I didn't understand. You were leaving me in pieces before your footsteps made a sound. I mistook your patience for forever, while your heart was breaking down. I watched your smile fade long before you walked away. I saw the love slipping slowly, but I chose to look the other way. By the time you said goodbye, I was still frozen in denial. I watched your smile fade while the end was counting every mile. You stopped asking for my time, stopped sharing what you felt. I told myself it was nothing, while your heart quietly knelt. I was blind to all your warnings, blind to every tear inside. I thought we'd find our way, but I let our love pass by. Every silence was a signal, every distance was a plea. You needed me to notice, but I was too lost to see. I watched your smile fade long before you walked away. I felt the cracks in the distance, but I never learned to stay. Now the memories haunt me like a ghost I can't erase. I watched your smile fade, and I lost you without a trace. If love had a way of warning, I missed every sign. If I could turn back the moment, I'd hold your hand in mine. But the past doesn't answer, and regret is all I owe. You left before I knew how much I'd miss your home.
watched your smile fade long before you walked away. I let the light slip quietly and I had no words to say. By the time you closed the door, I was already too late. I watched your smile fade and I'm living it that way. The hardest truth I carry is that I saw it all and stayed. I watched your smile fade and I let love walk away.
Waded through the storms you chased, held my heart through nights erased. Every word I spoke you barely heard. Every fight I lost, you found your spark elsewhere. I gave you all I had to give, but you craved the fire I could never live. I stood my ground and I stayed too long, but you were dancing to a different song. You chose a thrill over my steady hand, left me holding dreams in shifting sand. I loved you quiet, I loved you true, but excitement always won over what I knew. I traced the lines of your wandering smile, counting the miles that kept us apart. I held the door, I held my pride, but you ran to a spark that I couldn't lie. I gave you all I had to give, but you craved the fire I could never live. I stayed, I hoped, I believed in you, but you chased a thrill I never knew. You chose the thrill over my steady hand, left me holding dreams in shifting sand. I loved you quiet, I loved you true, but excitement always won over what I knew. I remember your laugh, your reckless grace, the way you could vanish without a trace. And maybe one day you'll see what you lost, but I'll be gone, counting the cost. You chose the thrill over my steady hand, left me holding dreams in shifting sand. I loved you quiet, I loved you true, but excitement always won over what I knew. I'll keep the love I never could show, while you chase the highs I'll never know. I said your name like a prayer out loud, wrote you into every future I allowed. I loved you openly, I loved you clear. Never hid a thing, never disappeared. I fought for us when it got rough. Spoke every fear, said this is us. While I was building a life and sound, you were learning how to leave without a sound. I gave you truth with nothing to hide. You gave me silence to survive. I loved you loudly, let the whole world know. You left quietly, never told me why though. No slam doors, no last goodbye, just empty space where answers should lie. I would've listened, I would've stayed, but you walked away without a word to say. Hey, hey. Your side of the bed still keeps its shape. Your coffee cup still waits by the sink. Every week I ever said now it goes back what you never meant. Hey, yeah. I replay moments, search for clues, looking for reasons and things we knew. I keep thinking maybe I missed the sign, but you never gave me a chance to try. Yeah. You packed your heart, not your thing. Left me with questions and broken rings. I loved you loudly every single day. You left quietly, slipped away. No fine, no fight, no closing line, just your absence speaking louder than mine. I would've changed, I would've been, if you'd only told me what the silence meant. Was it fear? Someone new, or did loving me feel like too much truth? I don't need blame, I don't need a win. I just needed to know where I stood within. I loved you loudly, without defense. You left quietly, without a sentence. Now I'm learning how to live with less, with a heart that still wants answers it won't get. If loving loud was my mistake, I'll make it again, just not for someone who escaped. Next time, my love, I'll still be loud, but I'll listen closer when it gets too quiet. She's lying right here, but she's miles away. Breathing like a habit, not a place to stay. Her phone face down, her eyes on the wall. I'm next to her body, but not in her thoughts at all. We say goodnight like strangers do. No dreams to share, no I love you. I reach for her hand, it's cold and still, like she already left me against her will. The bed feels wide with her so close. I'm holding the absence the most. She became a stranger while sleeping beside me. Same pillow, same dog, but she can't see me. Her silence talks louder than any goodbye. She's here every night, but she's already gone inside. I memorized breathing instead of her smile. She became became a stranger, inch by mile. We eat in quiet, the TV fills space. Her laugh sounds borrowed, doesn't fit her face. I ask how her day went, she shrugs it off like my concerns are lame, but she forgot. Pictures on the wall still show our names, but the frames don't recognize the change. I miss the girl who used to stay, not the one who looks through me this way. I'd rather fight than live this calm, this peaceful way you do me wrong. She became a stranger while sleeping beside me. Her heart locked up, she lost the key. I'm wide awake to a love that died, laying next to someone I can't reach if I try. I don't know when she started to leave, but she became a stranger right next to me. If I roll over, will she notice I'm gone? Or would the night just keep breathing then on? I'd trade this silence for any truth, even if it's the end of me and you. She became a stranger while sleeping beside me, and I'm the only one grieving quietly. Tomorrow we'll wake up and play our parts. Two familiar faces, two distant hearts. I love her still, that's the hardest truth. She became a stranger, and I'm still you. Same bed, same room, no one to hold. Love doesn't always leave, it turns cold. I don't check your name on your phone anymore. Don't wonder who you're waking up for. Your face that's faded, your voice feels new, like a dream I once had that didn't come true. The sound that still catch me off my guard. When the past hits harder than you are, it's not your arms I'm reaching for, it's the way life felt that before. Funny how the heart can see it's not you, it's who I used to be. I miss the memories more than I miss you. The late night lights, the dumb things we do. I miss the feeling that we were young, before goodbye was something we feel the need to rewrite the past, to justify the lead. We were right for a moment in time, but moments gon' promise they'll always be mine. I walked by places that still remember us, but the pain's not sharp, it's just a hush, like an echo of a happy sound. It fades, that never fully runs out. I'm not stuck on who you are to blame. I'm stuck on who I was in that place. I miss the memories more than I miss you. The way the world felt simple and true. I miss the hope we didn't got when love was easy, much so hard. I don't wish you'd come back and stay. I wish I could rewind those days. Give us the memories. More than I miss you. If time could talk, you'd probably say some loves are just meant to fade. Not every goodbye's a broken thing. Some just mean you grew out of the dream. I miss some memories more than I miss you. And learning that's what hurts me too. 'Cause missing moments feel so strange. You can't get closer from a yesterday. I let you go, I moved ahead, but I still visit who I was back then. Yeah, I miss my memories more than I miss you. I don't say your name when I'm feeling blue. I say the past, and it answers too.
You said nothing's wrong with a tired smile. Said it like you've been practicing for a while. I took your word, I let it rest. Didn't know silence was a test. You kissed me goodnight, turned out the light. Already leaving in your mind. I stayed believing we were strong. You stayed saying nothing's wrong. I trusted peace where truth should be. Didn't see goodbye inside of okay. You said nothing's wrong till you were gone. Said it softly while you moved on. I was fixing things you never named. Loving you while you played it safe. You didn't fight, you didn't stay long. You said nothing's wrong till nothing was left to hold on. Your answers got shorter day by day. Your eyes stopped meeting mine halfway. I asked if we were losing time. You said it's fine, like a warning sign. I blame the stress, the passing days. Told myself love goes through phases. Didn't know fine was your escape. A clean way out without the blame. You closed the door so quietly. I didn't hear you leave me. You said nothing's wrong till you were gone. Left me alone with the truth too long. I was reaching while you withdrew, trying to save what you If you were hurting, why'd you hide? Why make me feel safe right before goodbye? I would've fought if you let me in, but you chose silence over trying again. You said nothing's wrong till the house felt cold, till your side of the bed got old. Now every I'm fine feels like a lie. Every quiet moment passes me by. You didn't leave with a slam door song. You said nothing's wrong till love was gone. Next time I hear those words, I'll know. Sometimes nothing means let go.
That song still finds me in the quiet night. Same old chords, same streetlight glow. We used to sing it off-key, laughing in your car. Back when I thought forever was who we were. Now it plays in a cafe I didn't choose. Every note still knows the truth. I close my eyes, I'm back with you, but you're not hearing it the way we used to. Funny how a melody can stay when everything else walked away. I still remember our favorite song, every word, every place it belongs. But you play it now with someone new, like the memories don't sound like me and you. I press my heart into the past while you let the record spin and laugh. I still hear us in that tune, even though you changed who you play it to. I can see you smiling through a stranger's phone. Same rhythm, different arms to hold. Do you tell him why that bridge is deep, or does it mean nothing when he hears it speak? I never changed the playlist you made, still stuck on repeat, stuck on yesterday. You replaced my seat, my side, my place, but not the song, I still hear my name. You moved on like the beach stay light, I stay behind in every line. I still remember our favorite song, how it felt like love couldn't go wrong. But you play it now like it's brand new, like it never belonged to me and you. I sing it low, you sing it loud, in someone else's arms in a different crowd. I still feel us in every tune, even though you're dancing with someone new. Maybe it's stupid holding on to sound, but that song's the only thing you didn't take down. If love was a place, that's where I stay. In 3 minutes that won't fade away. I still remember our favorite song, even now that you moved on. You let it play like nothing's wrong. I let it hurt till it's gone. One day I'll hear it and feel okay, but tonight it still calls out your name. I still remember me and you in a song you play with someone new. Same melody, different life. Guess I loved it more than you did that night. You say I missed the signs in your eyes, say I should have known you were dying inside, but I was right here calling your name. You were already gone, I was still in the frame. I asked how your day went. You said I'm fine. You learned how to lie, I learned how to try. You built a silence you never explained, then punished me for not reading the pain. You shut the door, hid the key, then blamed the dark on me. You cheated and said it was my fault somehow. Said I didn't hear you when you never made a sound. You broke the truth and turned it around. Said I wasn't there while you were sneaking out. You made your choices, then handed me the blame, like loving you wrong. Excuse the game. You leaned on him when you felt unseen, while I was fighting for what we used to be. You say I changed, say I wasn't enough, but you didn't say a word till you'd already crossed. I can't fix words you never spoke, can't save a love you let someone else hold. You say it was lonely sleeping next to me. Funny how alone you made us be. You rewrote history to sleep at night, turned your wrong into my crime. You cheated and blamed my defeat. Said I ignored you through all those years, but silence isn't honesty in disguise. You don't get forgiveness for a quiet lie. You chose his arms and called me cold, like not reading your mind and losing my soul. If you wanna save it, you could have asked, not disappeared and burned the past. You didn't trip, you didn't fall, you walked away and blamed it all. You cheated and said I let you down. Said love failed 'cause I didn't hear a sound. But I was loyal, broken and true. I was still choosing us while you chose someone new. Don't call it silence, don't call it pain, call it what it was, your escape. Now I'm learning this truth the hard way. Silence isn't a cry if you choose to walk away. I wore your name like a promise on my chest. Turned down temptations, told myself you were the best, while I was choosing you every night. You were drifting somewhere out of my sight. I trusted the space you said you needed, believed every word, every reason. Didn't know distance was teaching your heart how to love me less, piece by part. I stayed when it got heavy and hard. You stayed just enough to follow the part. I stayed loyal, never crossed that line, while you were slowly making someone else mine. I was holding on, you were letting go, falling in love where I couldn't know. I gave you truth, you gave me doubt. I was faithful while you were finding another way out. I noticed the silence change its tone. Your phone lit up, you smiled alone. You said his name like it was nothing,
but I felt the weight of what you weren't saying. I blame myself, thought love went wrong. Told my heart to just stay strong. I didn't see I was fighting for two, while you were building something new. I kept my word, I kept my sight. You kept your feelings occupied. I stayed loyal, even when it hurt. Even when I fell, replaced that word. I was here trying to fix us slow. You were learning another heartbeat's flow. I stood my ground, you slipped away. You fell for him one quiet day. You didn't cheat with hands or skin, but your heart left long before I knew it'd been. I lost you before you ever left, while I was loving you at my best. I stayed loyal to the end of the line, while you were crossing it in your mind. I believed in us when you didn't anymore. I was locking the door, you were finding yours. I don't hate you, but it still feels wrong. I stayed faithful while you moved on. Now I'm learning how to let you go, with a heart that stayed when yours said no. You said my name like it was safe to stay, like love was something you never trade. I held your words like they were true. Didn't know belief was the moment I lose you. I built my hope on every vow, every always, every somehow. I was standing right there, all in, when you walked away the moment I believed in it. Funny how the timing cut so deep. You waited till my heart was yours to keep. You promised forever, swore you'd never go, but you left when I finally let myself hope. I gave you my trust, you gave me the end. I was falling in love while you were pretending. You didn't break me when I doubted or guessed. You broke me the day I believed it was real instead. I replay your smile like a broken scene, wondering which parts were honest, which were just me. Did you mean it once or not at all? Or was I just a place you leaned before the fall? I defended you when the signs were loud, said she wouldn't hurt me, said it proud. Now I'm alone with the truth you hid, loving the version of you I invented. You watched me open every door, knowing you weren't staying anymore. You promised forever, said I was the one, but forever ended when my faith begun. I trusted your heart, you trusted the lie. You waited till I was sure to say goodbye. You didn't leave when I wasn't sure or scared. You left when I finally believed you cared. If love's a game, you knew the rules. You let me lose when I had everything to lose. I wish you left when my walls were high. Now when I looked you in the eyes and said I'm yours for life, you promised forever like it cost you nothing. I paid the nights, I can't stop running now. I doubt every word that sounds too true, 'cause I believe forever and forever was you. You didn't break me at my weakest day. You
walked away.
I waited in the shadows, hoping you'd see me. Every late night call, every memory, you smiled like you were mine, but it was just pretend. I was a quiet refuge, now you run till the end. I gave you all I had, laid my soul in your hands. Love for me was second, just part of your plans. You kept my heart as a backup plan. While you chased the fire, I stood where I am. I thought I was your first, I thought I was the one, but I was just waiting while you had your fun. I watched you laugh with him, tried to hide my pain. Every word you whispered only drove me insane. I built dreams of forever, you left them to fall. I was your safety net, your softest call. I gave you all I had, lay my soul in your hands. But love for me was second, just part of your plans. You kept my heart as a backup plan. While you chased the fire, I stood where I am. I thought I was your first, I thought I was the one, but I was just waiting while you had your fun. I'll let you go, I'll mend these broken scenes, but I'll carry the echo of what we could have been. Your love was a shadow, a fleeting, fragile spark. I remember the hurt, I remember the dark. You kept my heart as a backup plan. While you chased the fire, I stood where I am. I thought I was your first, I thought I was the one, but I was just waiting while you had your fun. I was your plan B, and now I know I'll love myself more than you ever could show.